Two adults and a juvenile out of Texas are now facing capital murder charges after they set up a man on social media by offering him sex, but it was really a robbery that ended with the death of someone. 18-year-old Nathaniel Hall and 21-year-old Jasmine Williams, along with a 16-year-old boy who has not yet been identified due to his age, are behind bars for the death of 20-year-old Cameron Monterey Anderson. Reportedly, investigators began this investigation on September 1st in Rusk County, and that was when deputies were called out to investigate a car that was on fire. When firefighters put out the car fire, they later found a man who was identified as Cameron. He was deceased in the trunk and he had several GSWs. Detectives were able to identify Cameron as a possible suspect along with Jasmine, who is reportedly his girlfriend, and they are pictured here, and then the 16-year-old suspect who is a friend of theirs. Authorities believe that the three of them lured Cameron from his home in Dallas, and this was on social media, to Cameron's home in Smith County, and they lured him for sex. But the suspects were actually planning to rob Cameron, and at some point he was murdered. Neighbors reported hearing gunshots in the area of Nathaniel's home on the night that Cameron died. Also, Nathaniel's mom allegedly told authorities that he had been with friends, including Jasmine, and the friend who was a juvenile that same night Cameron was killed. It was said that after the shooting, the three suspects then stuffed Cameron in the trunk of his own car and drove that car to Rusk County, where they set it on fire. Cops then got an arrest warrant for Nathaniel, and they conducted a traffic stop this past Wednesday with 5 people inside the vehicle, and one of those people inside the vehicle was Nathaniel. During that traffic stop, authorities recovered an AR-15 style rifle and a 9mm handgun, which was the same caliber that was used to murder Cameron. Both guns were on Nathaniel, and both of them were stolen as well. Detectives are still reportedly trying to determine whether or not that was the gun that was actually used in the murder. They then searched Nathaniel's home and they found 9mm bullets. And then Jasmine and the juvenile suspect were later taken into custody. Nathaniel and Jasmine are at the Smith County Jail, and the juvenile is in a juvenile facility. Allegedly, while Nathan was in jail, he called his sister and told her to clean up their house, which investigators assume that means he wants the possible murder scene to be cleaned and cleared of any evidence. Authorities are now looking at the death penalty since it's a capital offense due to them robbing and killing a person. The Smith County DA's office will determine whether or not to seek the death penalty. I don't know that they can do that for the juvenile because of his age, though. This is such a senseless story, and I will never understand how people can be cold-blooded murderers. My heart goes out to all who knew and loved Cameron, and I pray that justice is served to the fullest extent in this case. For more true crime, be sure to hit the follow button and to visit my website at www.truecrimewithmegan.com.